Hello everybody, good morning. Hi all.
Good morning,
Hi.
sir.
So,
Yeah. So you're able
Yeah,
to
hi
see my
Shiva.
screen,
Hi,
right?
all. Good morning.
Yeah.
Yes, Shiva.
Yeah, fine. So let me open the plan. So as per the plan, this was done. So this listing we are going to see in today's class. Okay. So what is listing? So listing nothing but just print the information from the data set to our convenient format, like RTF, PDF, or some which format is the client want to see. Just we print the raw data, SAS data set information into the RTF format. Why we are printing the data set information into the RTF information? Why? Because so everybody don't have an SAS license and everybody don't understand the SAS language as well. So that is why if you are print that information into the simplest RTF format way, so that what happen easily understand to everybody. So that is called listing. Simply we print the data set information, SAS data set information in a required format in a RTF file. Okay. So here this listing assigned today for us. So we are going to generate this listing in today's class. Okay. So whenever you are assigned any listing work, okay. So listing much not much derivations are needed. Simply we take the data from the data set and we have to print that information into the RTF file. Okay. So I'll show you one step by step how to do that one. 16 to 11 assignment to the analysis population. So this listing was assigned. So what we do? So whenever you assign any listing, just simply go to the mark shells. Okay, look at the listing, and here you can see 16 to 11 is there, right? So just open that listing. So this is the listing. So here you can see this one, Pharma Private Limited protocol, and these are the titles. So one, two, three, and below one is the footnote. You can click here. You can see this is a title part and this is a footer part. Okay, so this is a title and this is a footer, and this we can call it as body part. Okay, so in this body part they want to include not all the information from the data set, only few variable they want to select, and they have to display that information into this listing. Okay, so here around five variables. So one is the subject number, second one is the safety population, third one is the DLT evaluation population related, PK available, enrolled population. These five variable information they want to display in this listing. Okay, how many subjects are there? That many subjects. Along with that information, they want to show in this listing. Okay, so here they will give annotation as well, which variable you are going to consider for to display this information. So here they mentioned ADSL dot. ADSL is the data set name dot, and this is the variable name from this data set you need to pick and you have to display here. Okay. So likewise we need to select the variables, and after that one we have to display the variables. Okay. So yeah, so once we understand the listing, okay, they want to see the each and every subject, this information in this listing. Okay, so this is the date and time, and this is one nothing but page numbers. So how many pages are that information is there? That many page numbers you need to give one, two, three, like that. Okay, so we start a programming. So any programming, the header part is important. Header means every client or company maintains some header. So the header you can see this is the header. So header nothing but what is the program you are going to do, we need to write in a descriptive way so that every other person is open your programming. Okay, he know, okay, this is a purpose and this is a program name they created for this listing or table. Okay, so the client and project here, you can mention this is the client. Okay, so which client they mention, you just give that one. And project is, this is a protocol number. And so this header part is most important while doing the audit purpose. Okay, whenever the auditors comes to check your programs, that time they will definitely check this whether every programmer has filled the header part perfectly or not. Okay, so take some time. This is a 16 to 11. This is a listing. So that is why the program name I am giving. So L nothing but listing and 16 to 1 1. Okay, and this is a listing type purposes to produce listing. Okay, so SAS version is 9.4 and it is a Windows 2010. Okay, author is and date created 29th Jan 2025. So modification history. So it is a first time, right? No need to mention any modification history. So from the second time means any once you release for any checking purpose to the quality assurance people, if they mention any comment in your program or any output, so that time if you are any changes I have done in your program. So you need to mention that changes. For example, one changes was done on a particular day. So this variable was modified. Like that, you need to mention the modification history. So that what happened whenever other programmers want to update anything, they will check the modification history. If already update was done, so they will ignore. Okay, if you are not writing the modification history, here going to the code and if it is a lengthy code, it will take so much time whether you updated that comment or not. Okay, that is why modification history also important for the audit purpose. How many times you have updated your programming after releasing the QC? That many modification history you need to mention. Okay, so just save this program in the location of all the programs are saved into the location, the project folder, and here PGM is there, right? PGM means program. So you just mention listing 16 to 1 1. Okay. Yeah. So whenever you want to update, simply open from the data asset and update. Fine. Up to now, header part was done. So each and every program. So we just follow this type of header. So next thing is our aim is to print the information from the data set. What is the data set name? ADSL. Okay. So as per the process, tables, listings, figures, the source data set is Adam data set. So that is why just go to the Adam library, okay, Adam data set, and these are the Adam data sets are available. Simply, we can take into our SAS environment. How to get the data set into SAS environment? Get Adam data set into SAS. Okay, and the source TFL is Adam data set, right? So how to get the data sets from the folders to our SAS environment? Simply we can call libname statement and this pop. So that one we can access the information from the folders to our SAS environment. Here you can see Adam library was created. If you open the libraries, Adam library, you will find all the data set. If any changes was done here automatically, here also you can see the changes. In all this data set, they are asking to take the ADSL data set. So ADSL data set, just open and see the variable names are U sub JID, SCFFL. So this is a U sub JID, and here, okay, yeah, SCFFL, this one, and this one. So these five variable they want to be included in the uh, our listing. So what we do, second step, keep the required variables as per mock shell. Okay, so every time just return the comment and indentation so that it will make your programming more efficient. Okay, so data. So I just created one data set and simply calling the data set from the Adam, and what are the variables we want to keep. So first one U sub JID, and second one is SAFFL, and third one is this one DLT available population, this one PK, this one enroll. So just keep the required variables from the data set. Go to the work library and see the five variable information. Okay, so first variable, second, third, fourth, and fifth. Okay, any listing, any project, any therapeutic area, the listings, the process is same. So whenever you want to see some information from the listing, so first you understand, okay, these are the variable they want to keep in this listing. So what the variables are there, just keep the variables and created one separate data set. Later what we do, so we are going to print this information into the RTF format, means rich text file format. You need to print this information as it is. So, so we are now printing in the process. So yeah, so here three titles are there. Title 1 pharma, titles protocol related, title 3, this is the title. So up to 10 titles are allowed in the SAS. Defaultly 10 titles and 10 footnote. Title 1, justification equal to left alignment. So this is the left side, right? So here if you want, you can see, you can click here, select, and see here. You can see this is the left side. Okay. So this was title 3 is the, you can see here, center alignment.
Center
Okay.
alignment.
This is left to left and this is the center alignment. Okay. So title 1, justification equal to left alignment. And what is the title, you know, here, pharma private limited. Okay, and next title 2, justification equal to left alignment, and this is the title 2, and title 3 is the justification equal to center alignment, and this is the title 3. Okay, so title part was done. And next footnotes, up to 10 footnotes you can give. Footnote 1, justification equal to left alignment. So here you can see some, path they given. So this path nothing but where your program and what is your program. So they given some mark. So our program name is this one, right? So this path you can give. Okay. So in this path, what is the program name? Listing 16 to 11. Okay. Where the program location is there. Whenever somebody is open the output, so he don't know which where the program is they want to check. So in the footnote, if they mention the path, okay, he will go and check that path. Okay. So titles and footnotes information was done. So next, so if you see here, this was layout is, orientation is, landscape. Okay, so your output orientation also should be in a landscape. Okay, so that is why option orientation equal to landscape. Okay, so first thing was done. Next, where you want to store your RTF file. Okay, so ODS RTF file. So all the programs were stored into the PGM folder. All the outputs we are going to store into the output folder. Yeah, the default output. Just we can, yeah. So all the outputs we need to store into the output folder. Okay. So just you mention outputs. Okay. So RTF means rich text file, and that file you need to store in the output, and the name of this output is listing 16 to 1 dot, the extension is RTF. Okay. Fine. Now we are writing the way which file it is and the location and the file name as well we mentioned in the ODS RTF file statement. So we are going to write the proc report section to print the information. Proc report, the data set name is ADSL. Okay, so we don't want to print our information into this output window, so that is why no window option is to minimize the printing information in the output window, so that is why no window. And style equal to output width equal to, so total output width equal to, so we assume that 100%. Okay, flower bracket. So total you just assume 100%. Any missing values are there in the data we are going to display, so that is why missing keywords also we included. So this total output width we can consider as 100%, and each and every variable is going to occupy some cell width. For example, 5 variables are there, 100% is there. To each variable is occupying 20%. Okay. So if it is more than 5, so you need to adjust the cell width according to the text present in that variable. Okay. So after that one, next statement is column. So what are the variable you want to print? You can mention those variable. So which order you are mentioning here, that order only the variables are going to print in the RTF file. So that is why be careful while mentioning the column statement. Next, each and every variable you need to define how much cell width or how much occupancy you want to give. So first variable is use sub JID. So we are giving the order. So why we are giving this order? Because so whenever you see the listing, the subject number should be in a some sorting wise. First subject, second subject, third subject, fourth subject. If you are giving order, automatically it will give the sorting. And if any, for example, was one subject have multiple record, no need to print that subject record in multiple times. Only one time is enough, and the remaining time we can print as a empty space. So for the grouping purpose, for the sorting purpose of the subject information or this variable information, you will use the order. So sometimes you use the group. So instead of group, if you use order, order will group the information and do the sort as well. Okay. And next, what is the label you are going to print? Subject in a first line, number in a second line. So how to print if it is a first line and it is go to the second line. Okay, so if you are directly writing this also, everything was printing in a one line. So as per the cell, so you need to print this into the two line. So subject number, so that is why I mentioned one split character, and the same split character you mentioned here, split equal to the mod symbol. Okay, so which split character you mentioned, that you can use here, so that up to here it will print and then split into the next page, next line, and number was printed. If you want one more line, just one more split added, it will go to the next line. Okay, so next, style. So we need to give the style column. So this justification equal to left alignment. This variable, okay, cell width equal to, so around 20% I am giving. Okay, so column nothing but this variable, the entire column, subject number column is there, right? So this column should be left alignment, and most of the times everything we are going to print in the listings and tables left alignment only. So for that purpose everything should be in a character format, so that it is easy to handle to print everything on the left alignment. Okay, most of the client they follow the left alignment. Okay, so this entire column should be in a left alignment, and that particular header of this variable, this header subject number header is there, right? Header also I am giving the same cell weight, so that no issues on the cell weight. Okay, so first variable was done. So like this way, so you need to define each and every variable. Okay, so second variable is a safety population flag, so no need to give any order, we already given the first, right? So next, safety in the first line, population in the second line. So first you will give random cell width. After that one, once the output was generated, you can adjust also, no issue. So third variable, DLT available population, and the fourth variable is PK available population, and finally last variable is enroll population. Okay, so once it done, just run the statement and ODS. So everything you need to close. If you are not closing this, what happen? So the file always in a read only mode. So you need to close everything like PDF, whatever it may be, whatever it opened. Here we open, right, RTF file. We need to close the RTF file. Okay. So once it done, simply run and see that how it was going to print. Yeah, so information was printing in this way. So this is the default RTF file. So default RTF file it was printing, but your client is asking this style of RTF file. So this is also RTF file, but in a different styles are there. So what may be, so different RTF file styles are there. Everything is an RTF file, but the styles are there. So to get the same style of this RTF file, the client or the company will provide one macro. Okay. So the macro is there in the macros folder. So the macro you can see the RTF macro. Okay. So this macro you can call so to get the styles, how the font size, how the bottom width cell width, everything they define in this RTF file, bottom margin, top margin, and how the font size, etc. And they mentioned everything in this template. So whenever you run the template, so you will get a one template styles.test was created. You use that one. Okay. So first you need to call this macro. Okay. So here itself. So how to call the macro? So percentage include and you just give that path and macro name. So in this RTF dot SAS. Okay. So if you are running this one, so here macro was run and here style dot test was created. Okay. So just apply this styles dot test in this RTF style equal to style dot test. So that all these styles were going to applied into your RTF file. So if you run now, so you are now able to open the RTF file in this way. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So why? So we are giving 100%, right? 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100. So up to 100, so it is not acceptable. Only 99 if you are giving, so it will accommodate it perfect space. Okay. Now you can see everything was fitted in a one page and one line. So you can count. So this use of JID, so 2020 means only 20. Okay, column and header only we are giving. So orally this use of JID occupancy is 20%, this variable 20, this variable 20, this variable 20, and this variable 90. So total 99%. So total occupancy is cell width is 100%. Up to 99 only we are giving. If we are giving 100, it will split into the next page or next line. Okay. So now you will get the information, and still we need to work some things like top line is missing and bottom line is missing. So we are going to apply the top line and bottom line. Yeah. So how to apply the top line? So compute before each and every page. Okay. So line from the first position to, so you can draw it this line and come. So if you are writing like this, so you will get some line. Okay. So but every time what we need to adjust this line as per the output, right? So instead of this line adjustment, what we do, so we can write one standard syntax to get a solid line. Okay. So the syntax is available on Google also. You can find cap symbol first, next flower bracket, style, just give this bracket, output width equal to 100% and border top width equal to 0.5 pt. So close the bracket, close the flower bracket, and just here. So if you are applied this statement, so automatically it is reserved as a line instead of giving a manual line. So you will get the solid line. No. So this was not reserved as a line. What the information we given as it is we printed. So due to this special character is available. So to get it a solid line, so we will write one more here. ODS escape char equal to that cap symbol you need to mention. Okay. If we are not writing this one, so this won't reserved as a solid line. So now you can see. Oh no. So whenever you are running the code, just close your output and run it. Now we can see it was reserved as a solid line from the starting position to ending position without writing manual. So same thing you do for the every page end also. So after you will see bottom line and top line each and every information. Subject numbers also you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. First side, second subject, 50 population and this. You see now this is a mock shell and this is output. So the page number and this was default printed. Why it is 2014? Because we are using pirated SAS and it is running in the backdate. So in the genuine version of the SAS in the company, it will print the latest data, current date, and the page numbers. Okay, and this is a footnote showing that where the program is located. Okay, so other apart from the footnote, some other footnote if they mentioned in the mock shell, you need to add that mock shell footnotes as well. 10 titles and 10 footnotes you can able to print in the RTF file. If you have more than 10 footnotes, you can handle that 11th footnote by using the complete block statement. Okay. So each and every subject, safety population, DLT, PK. So without knowledge and anything on the project, if you directly assign a listing, so you can do like this. So the project related information. So I'll explain in before starting with the Adam, but the listings tables even not much information is required of the project because so you know the data set, so you know the programming, so you want to print that information. Okay, so directly sometimes they assign the listing for one day and they are asking to provide that listing. Okay, so directly you see the data set and annotation and you write the programming and you just print that information in the RTF file. So you can see all the outputs. You can go and check in the output folder. So whenever you want, so here you can see this was rich text format. The type is RTF is rich text format, and all the programs you need to store in the program folder. Whenever you want to update, just open this program and update and save it here itself. The listing starts with the L, table starts with the T, figure starts with the F. Okay, and yeah, once the program was done, so just check whether all the fields are any comments you want to add, you can add the comments. Okay, and this is the library and these are the temporary data set with the required variables, and this was the macro to apply all the templates, RTF templates. So RTF macro we call, these are the titles, this is a footnote, this for the RTF file orientation means how the RTF file looks like layout. And next, this escape character we use to resolve your standard code as a solid line for that purpose. And this RTF file where the location of the RTF file stored and which is the RTF file name, and this is the template we applied to this RTF. Okay. After that one, we call the proc report with the data set. No window option used to not to print the information in the output. This is a total cell width of the RTF file. Missing values are there in the data. We also print that information. Otherwise, we may lose that information. This split character used to split the text into multiple lines. Wherever it required, you apply the split character, and column statement used to keep all the variables. Which order you are keeping, that order only it will display. Okay, and each and every subject carefully define and giving the proper cell width. Initially, you can give some cell width. Later, once output was generated, if you feel this was required more and this was required less, you can adjust the cell width. But total cell width should be 99%. So before line and after line and close the output. Okay. So this is the process of listing. If you understand this listing carefully, in upcoming listings are so easy, and most of the part you can take from here itself, and you can apply, and you can update the program little bit and do the other listings as well. Okay, yeah. So this is for today's class. So anybody having any doubt on this or any other, you just unmute and ask me one by one. I'll explain.
Yes, sir. I have one doubt. Sir,
Yeah.
can you go to the program once? Sir, on line number 43, I think, can you scroll up? Yeah. Sir, you mentioned no width style. Can you let me know the reason why we mentioned no width here, no width style,
N-
and then we mentioned
No,
output width.
no, it is no width, no window. Okay.
Okay.
So window nothing but here if you are not writing that information sometimes print in this output window. Okay. So we are aiming to print the information in this RTF file, not in the output window, right? So to minimize to print the information in the output window, simply we write the no window option. It is not a no width, no window. Okay.
Okay. And
Yeah.
you mentioned in the same line missing. You mentioned to include the missing data.
Miss best. Sometimes ADSL data set any subject is there, this information is missing. Okay, that information also we want to print the RTF file. Sometimes it may miss. So that is why safe side we mentioned this keyword. So include the missing observations or information also need to print from the data set. Okay.
Okay. Sir, last question. On line number 20, you mentioned yeah, source TFL Adam. So
Yeah.
it's usually TLF and you mentioned source TFL, right? Is it
So
a
we
difference?
can call no different tables figure listing tables listings figures anything we can call.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
Some companies they will call it as TLFs or some company they call it as even TLG. Okay, so graphs. Okay, so that
Okay.
is up to their either TLFs or TLG.
So all these annotations means the same only.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Fine. Any other people? So
Yeah,
what I
yeah, hi,
suggested
John.
once. Yeah, tell me. Yeah.
Yeah, but actually, I have a small doubt regarding this. What is the difference between libname as well as including path? Why they are
So
using different types?
lib name is nothing but to access the data from this folder to in the SAS environment. So we are not running any code. So here percentage include whenever you want to run a program from this program. Okay. So other location program you want to execute. So this is the program. So this is the data sets. Okay. So by writing the libname statement, we can just show the access from the data set from the physical folder to SAS environment. But include if you want to run a program from this location, simply you can run by using the percentage include. Okay, this is a library. Okay, this is just we are executing a program from this program. Okay,
Okay,
libname
thank you,
just
thank you.
we created the dataset library and we just access the information and we will just see the information what is there in the physical folder. Okay,
Okay, thank you, sir.
yeah, fine. So I'll upload these recordings and material into your drive. So please ask the people these numbers to provide the folder access so that you can easily download from them. Okay, and this was done today, right? Yeah. So if you people don't have any doubt, we can close the call. So the class is like not like 1.5 hour. So I'll take a session, pick up one topic, and we will try to complete that uh, topic. As how much time it will take. Sometimes it will take around 1 hour, 1 hour 10 minutes like that. Okay. Sometimes if it is a short topic, it will complete it before 1 hour. Okay. So please practice. Everyday practice is needed because this 1.5 month course is very crucial. You learn base and advanced as procedures. that is letters. Now we are framing the sentences. Okay, so this is the actual work as a SAS programmer you are going to do in the company. So that is why this is the main part. Whenever the interview people also, if you are putting some experience or if you attend any interview, they will ask you most of the times project based questions because you are going to do on the project. So they are not, giving any certification to you. So base and advanced as questions are very limited. But the project, if you answer very project, even if you are, doing some mistakes on base and advanced as questions also they allow because you can refer and you can correct by yourself, right? So what are the content I am providing you in this course? These are very important and this is a real-time project. Okay. So how, if I am go today and the project manager is assigned a listing task, so I do in this way only. If I don't have any reference code, so I have to write it from the scratch code like this way, titles and footnotes and everything I need to write and produce the output and submit to that for the day. Okay, so that is why just look at my code and practice. After that one, just open the mock shell and put the data set and write your own code. So there is no standards to write a code in this way. So I am writing the data step, you can write the SQL also, no issue. But our ultimate aim is to produce the output which is similar to the mock shell, and that information what you mentioned that should be matching with the data set and without any truncations of the variables and without any missing and without proper layout. You need to produce, everybody see the output, nobody will check your program because some programmers write lengthy code, some programmers write short code, whatever it may be. But our ultimate is goal is to produce the output with the 100% quality data without any issues, and it should be completely similar to the mock shell. Okay, so that is our aim. So that is what I am telling. So programming, write your own way also, no issues. Either you can take my code also, no issues. Okay, but once your practice was done, keep a data set, mock shell data test, try to write your own code without seeing anything so that it is build your confidence levels. And if you are generated one output without seeing any code, so next code whenever you run this code you can take as a reference, that is already you developed only, right? So you can easily understand, and any modifications required after getting any comments from anyone, so you can easily update within less time. Okay, yeah. So still anybody having any doubt?
Hi, sir.
Hope.
This is Saipul. Yeah.
Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. To practice, will we be given with any Mockshell folder?
Yeah, I'll provide, I'll upload all this content, mock shells, data sets, and everything I'll upload into your drive. You can take from there.
Okay.
And
Okay.
along
Okay,
with
sir.
this class recording also I'll upload. So you can watch the recording a number of times. Okay. But it
Okay.
will take one hour time. Around 7 we completed. 8 o'clock it will available. So I need to convert this video into required format. Then only I will upload. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah, so hope everybody is understanding this programming. Is anything speed or anything not clear? So please let me know. And any doubts regarding the class? So next class, class in the class itself we can discuss so that other people also can understand what are the issues. So whenever you listen the class, you are not getting any doubt, so, but whenever you start practicing, you will get a lot of doubt. Please make a note on the doubts and clarified in the class itself. Okay. Yeah. So if you people don't have any doubts, so we can wind up the class and we'll meet you tomorrow in the 6 a.m. same time with the same link. Okay. Thank you everybody. Have a nice day. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
thank
sir.
you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Bayan.
Thank you, sir.